Hello, I'm Benny Westside, and welcome to the crash course for Void Knight. Today we're going to talk about his abilities, T4 upgrades, ISO 8 options, how high to build him, and then I'm going to talk about what I'm going to do, what my plans are, and then we'll do a quick recap at the end. And hopefully, with this video, you'll be able to make more informed decisions when you unlock him, whether via offers or down the line with his event. All right, uh, let's start with his passive, which is usually where I like to start. Enter the Void. It's a hefty passive. On spawn, he's going to gain speed bar in any game mode. Uh, he has on spawn energy generation for Hive Mind and for himself. That's tied to his T4. At the end of any turn, he's going to heal self any turn. Ally, summon, opponent, it doesn't matter. When an enemy takes damage from bleed, he's going to heal himself and all Hive Mind allies for 10%. That's a good chunk. He has the health passive and the armor passive for the team. And then in raids specifically on spawn, he's going to give speed up to his team and apply slow to the enemy with the highest speed stat. He prevents enemies from gaining immunity only in raids. Mysteria does this anywhere with two superior allies. Void Knight does this only in raids, but he doesn't call for specific allies. This T4 upgrade of ability energy on spawn is very essential. This is a raid team. You want to have your abilities up when you get going. So you're going to want this. And like, I guess maybe technically there might be a way where you can manage cooldowns to forego this T4, but I don't think that's worth it because his ultimate, we're going to get to it, it's a very powerful setup ability, and you want that to happen as soon as you start the node. And with his speed up and speed bar on spawn in raids, he's probably going to get to do that before anybody else takes a turn. So I'm going to say this passive is an essential one. All right, let's look at his ultimate, which is a 5/5 ability. It comes ready. Dark Horizon. Pull all enemies up to 2 spaces toward the primary and flip 3 positive effects. So this is basically the Magneto pull plus the flip. And then he flips 3. On Spider-Verse enemies, he flips all. And it doesn't specify hero or villain, so it could be Black Cat, it could be Superior 6, or it could be Tangled Web or Web Warriors. Alright, he's going to apply ability block to primary. In raids, he's going to apply ability block to everyone, which is fantastic. Just having that on spawn. Well, sorry, I said everyone. If you target in the center, it's everyone. But if you target in the corner, then it's everybody within 2 spaces of the primary. And then this attack gains a bunch of extra focus. It's also unavoidable and uncounterable. The T4 upgrade adds a good chunk of damage and makes your primary target ability block a 2-turn ability block. This is great. I'm not going to call it essential because we're already applying ability block. It's just making it 2 turns, which can be very, very useful. So I think this is a strong upgrade. It's just not essential. All right, let's go over to his special, which is also ready on turn 1. So you have the option of doing this instead, depending on the case. In raids, he's going to steal up to 3 energy from the primary. The reason it says up to is they may not have 3 energy to steal if they just took their turn. So he can steal up to 3. And then attack primary and adjacent, apply defense down. That's standard. And this also cannot be countered. Silver Surfer also, none of his abilities can be countered. So they pulled that from his kit. The T4 upgrade adds a good chunk of piercing. This ability is all piercing. That's really good. The T4 upgrade adds a good chunk to primary and adjacent, and it also allows him to steal an energy outside of raids. This is good, but especially when he has the 25% speed bar. But let me tell you, in my testing, even with that, like there are still a lot of characters that go before him in war or something like that. Um, like you can't get ahead of big time, for example. Um, Maybe with like Cable and Emma or something like that, but or maybe Red Goblin's gonna give him speed somehow. That's the thing, because we don't know the final kit. Uh, it's like the advice I feel is not fully baked, especially when we get to ISO. We're gonna talk about that. The upgrades are still pretty there. And anyway, let me say it. I think this is a very very good upgrade. Again, not essential because he's mostly a raid character. Uh, if We don't know if the team is gonna have a lot of viability outside of raids. That's yet to be proven. So this one I think is very good, but you can hold off on it if you're mainly just building for raids. Um, if we find he has good versatile use outside of raids, then this is going to become very valuable because there were points where Starler T'Challa was being used for that energy steal, so Void Knight can fill that uh, void. Um, with that 25% speed bar. You know what? Let's try. After we do the basic, let's go in and try if he can do it with Emma plus um, Cable. All right. Cosmic Corruption. This is his basic attack primary. Flip 3 debuffs on self. If he does not have debuffs, he's gonna flip buffs on the enemy. In raids, he's always gonna flip buffs on the enemy, regardless if he has debuffs or not. So it can mean he flips on himself plus he flips on the opponent. This also cannot be countered, and these effects of the flipping happen on his ISO attack just as well. The T4 upgrade only adds 70% damage, and it's a single target upgrade. I'm gonna say this is meh. You can definitely skip this. I don't think it's gonna make that big of a difference. And yeah, just if you're skipping T4s, this is the one to skip. All right, let's try this. Right? What's the use of having the test server? Oh, come on. I guess we're not. I can't test here. Does anybody have big time here? Okay, sorry. Sorry for the blue balls. All right. Let's go back here. So, let's talk ISOs. As I said, Red Goblin, we have no clue what he does, what he brings to the team. I'm considering doing like a wish list slash prediction of what he can and should bring to the team. There does seem to be a lot of gaps still. So in my experience, in raids, the 4-piece plus Skrull is able to do nodes 1 and 2 of the highest raid difficulty, but they get washed in the boss node. So Goblin's gonna have to bring a lot of stuff. That said, I think he's probably gonna end up as a healer. I don't know. It could be Striker. He has a very good case for Striker. His basic attack is nice. There's nicer ones, so I don't know yet. Maybe Red Goblin puts vulnerables everywhere that we can support three strikers on the team. I I don't know yet. I so right now he's probably gonna end up as a healer or a striker. Um, this ability over here has very high focus, and then this one I've not seen this get resisted. I don't know if they coded it to be irresistible but didn't put it in the kit. I didn't see it to be resisted. So like even at low stars, you might not necessarily need him to be a skirmisher. That's probably what I'm gonna go with in the beginning, just to uh, have time to decide until Red Goblin comes out. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna suggest. Start with skirmisher. Don't commit to the expensive tiers because you're not gonna be using him in raids until you have the team anyway. So don't commit to blue 4. Go up to blue 3 skirmisher, and then we'll talk about the team's ISOs down the line. Maybe when we get Red Goblin's kit and we do his crash course, I'll do like a team wide, you know, like a summary crash course or something like that to talk about ISOs. Uh, yeah, don't commit. I'm not gonna commit to blue 4, so I wouldn't recommend you do that either. And then in terms of building him, as I said, there's no rush. Rebirth plus Skrull is kind of scraping by the latest raid content, so this I don't think there's pressure to build this team yet. I'm sure they'll make it much easier, but we don't have Red Goblin. He's probably coming in the next patch, so we have some time. Don't rush it. Um, Slowly build him up. Don't blow your gold orb stores or something like that. Um, you can hold off, even if you buy him. Um, and I'll segue into what I'm gonna do. Uh, I'm pretty infatuated with this costume of Nova. So, and the way to get this is to buy unlock offers for each of the new Hive Mind characters. That's why I'm gonna buy him. I know it's stupid, but I'm gonna buy him. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have. Um, I'm gonna buy like the cheapest. He's a 3-star unlock, so $50 US. I'm gonna buy that, and I'm not gonna rush building him. Within 1 or 2 weeks, I'd like to get him to level 85, 90, gear 16. I'll take him to Skirmisher 3, and then, as I said, I'll wait until the Red Goblin kit comes out. I will do his passive upgrade. I think that's pretty essential, and his special probably I'll also do early on, and then ultimate I'll also want to have done eventually. Basic I'll skip. Um, oh, I wanted to say something. Damn. Oh yeah, I wanted to talk about his versatility. When I looked at the kit, I was hopeful that he would be a versatile character in War or Crucible. I was out all last week. I didn't get to do too much. I puttered around with it a little bit. It didn't look like he goes early enough to make use of that, even with the 25% speed bar somehow. Um, I was able to beat things like Darkhold or Black Order in War. Those aren't the teams that we're super worried about. Maybe down the line he will be like a plug and play special character, because on paper these are very powerful abilities to have on turn one with speed bar on spawn. Or maybe I just needed more time to test it out. We'll see. I think this. I'm saying this to tell you, don't overcommit. Test the waters. See it. See how it plays out. Um, I do think there's potential. Just to let you know, the team I was running was him, Gwenum, Venom, um, Spider Weaver, and Spider 2099. So I wasn't able to get to big time on time. But Darkhold and Black Order I was able to take out. Maybe like an Emma Cable thing, possibly, but yeah, we'll see. If we can get them to beat Infest, I think that's a good win. We'll see. All right, I've rambled on way too long. Let me tell you that this graphic is going to be out at the same time as this video. I will link it down below. You can see here, I took off the blue shard of glass, which shows the ISO recommendation. I'm not firm on the ISO rec. That's why I took it off. We talked about it. I will make more solid recommendations when we have the full kit for the team. All right. Okay. Sorry. So in short, build him slowly. You don't need to rush him. ISO class, start with Skirmisher. Even though he has that focus on his ultimate, it'll help with his basic. His special, I don't know, that there might be something there. And then ability upgrades. His passive is essential. His special and ultimate are very good, but you don't have to do them right away. And then his basic is pretty meh, so that's very skippable. All right, let me know what you think. Did he meet your expectations? Did you vote for him? Is this what you expected? Did you not vote for him? Who did you vote for? I voted for Kestrel, but this is okay. Yeah, let me know. I'm curious to hear your thoughts on his kit, and let me know. Have a good one. Take care.